K24.digital brings you 24/7 entertainment. From the pitch to the playlist, from celebrity gossip to the memes you love. We're not just news, we're your non-stop ticket to everything cool and trending. So get in the know. K24.digital. Follow the buzz 247.
Wakamwaro urehaha na kanitha wa Born Again Church Ruai Bypass Shamata Stage ni maragutira kesha ya ugoshi ni utuko mugima wa kugosha tariki 23 Januari mwaka uyu kwambiriria thaa 4 cia utuko live Kameme TV ukatuthathaie na tugairwo mugata wa muoyo ni Reverend Maina wa OTC mirango ikahigurwo kuma thinashara cia hwaini theme ni Jeremiah emwe kamuharikainya mwaka wa kuhunduka kuri Ngai niogoka na family na arata aku ni kigosho kesha thini wa Born Again Evangelism Church Ruai Bypass Stage ne Ashamata
kuma Kirinyaga kiri Biroiro Kiajahi Mutaburuko wa Nyandarua Orerorera Kameme TV.
Oya gatho semanya na thengi muno makiria ne gukorwo cagurite session ino guthina hurani ya Kameme TV ni aramithia tariki 22 ni mweri wa muga mwaka ringiri na 26 mwihoko wakwa ati aria huthira Kenya mukira withayo ugithina mbere na kwihorithania gwitungumania na nigetha ukionioro wa gatwe ajitagwo Maina kiwa mucera wa bare ya mutaimere mathani ndo mwagina ke Maina newa ni kuma kure county ya Itanga county ya Murang'a doka ni tondu wa mutabru ni tondu wa mohoro gitau mutabru kwa mohoro ni ithatu doka ni tondu wa mohoro gitau na dikire nyiki twina nyabra mushame thini wa thiriri na njira ciiko imwe kwa imwe twambiririe mohoro maito kajune na yake makia Jubilee ni hindi irathie na mbere na mucemanio wa kwariririo tongoria wa kiama kiu hamwe na maundu maria matanyitwo kwariririo thutha wa mucemanio ni Jeremiah Kioni uri uratanywo gutuo munini wa mutongoria wa kiama tukuyuka mwena ucio na nigetha tukorwo tugithikiriria uri gikaro giki kirathie na mbere.
We are very grateful, and I would like to say again publicly that we are very grateful for the services that Mheshimiwa Kioni has provided. I personally look forward to working with him as the presidential candidate of Jubilee, as one of my foremost surrogates and my foremost voices as we move forward and working with the people of Kenya. And as I move around the country campaigning and engaging with various community leaderships, Honorable Kioni will be a critical pillar in those engagements and those discussions. In that respect, therefore, the NEC decided this morning to approve the proposal and appoint the Honorable Moitalel Olekenta as our new Secretary General. So Honorable Kenta is now our new Secretary General in Jubilee. Mheshimiwa Kenta is not new to Kenyan politics and leadership. He served as a Member of Parliament before, a very solid and highly respected lawyer in this country, very solid and respected political player. We are grateful for the work that Mheshimiwa Kenta has done in the past, and he actually bears the history and the roots of this party from the days of TNA. And therefore, he's coming back to Jubilee and assuming the responsibility of Secretary General of Jubilee is something we are very happy about, very excited, and we are looking forward to benefiting from the leadership, the services, and the solid networks of Honorable Kenta as he plays his role in the office of the Secretary General of Jubilee. In that same vein, we are reorganizing another organ of Jubilee that has been dormant for a while. And that organ is the Jubilee Foundation, provided for in the constitution of the party. The functions of the Jubilee Foundation, among others, is to, of course, fundraise for the party, but most importantly, lead in public policy development and coalitioning for the party. We want to be a party of substance, not a party of slogans, quarrels and insults. We are a party that is focusing on the future, and we want to make meaningful and sensible contribution to our country. In that particular respect, the NEC has approved this morning the proposal and appointment of Mr. Saitoti Torome to be the new chairman of the Jubilee Foundation. Mr. Torome has been until now the national chairman of Jubilee, and now that position will be taken over by the Honorable Vincent Mogaka Kemosi, who will now be the national chairman of Jubilee. Honorable Kemosi, a practicing lawyer, a young, vibrant voice in the political practice in the country, is joining our ranks as national chairman and leader of Jubilee, and among other roles, is the one who's going to caucus and sit with Jubilee chairs across the country in all the 47 counties, engage with chairs of other Jubilee caucuses in strengthening and developing our party. Next is that our National Organizing Secretary, Senator Haji, asked to be excused to focus on other activities. And in his place, we agreed this morning that the Honorable Yasin Noor, who has been our Deputy Secretary General, will now become our National Organizing Secretary. Again, Yasin Noor is a very strong and known voice in this environment. Just 2 weeks ago, I was with him in Coast, moving around and having conversations with grassroots leaders, and you can see the vibrance and the energy that he brings on board. But because also Jubilee is now determined, as our party leader has pointed out, to provide way for young leadership and strength and vibrance in the activities that we do, we, at the NEC this morning, under the leadership of President Kenyatta, approved the proposal and appointed a former SONU leader at the University of Nairobi, a young, vibrant, energetic Kenyan called Zach Kinothia, as our new Deputy Secretary General for Jubilee. Zach needs very little introduction around. Many young politicians in our country, our youthful aspirants whom we are very interested in, our student leaders who subscribe and are interested in Jubilee are going to deal with one of their own, who is the Deputy Secretary General of Jubilee. Our youth leader and Director of Youth Affairs in the party, Angel Mbuthia, who's here, I'm sure is happy that we are increasing the ranks of young people in the party. I congratulate Zach for this achievement. I look forward to working with him as he articulates the positions of the party and as we move forward in what we are doing. Until now, Jubilee has been having an acting executive director, Mr. Dan Kawe. But Kawe has been, doubling up as our national treasurer and then as our executive director. The NEC this morning has appointed substantively a young lawyer, another student leader from the university, to be our executive director. I am very happy, actually. Mr. Dan Mwangi, lawyer by training, solid, strong guy, whom you know around, is going to be our substantive executive director, effective now, working to provide the technical support to the party as we move forward. There are many other appointments. We have about 25 other positions we are discussing, negotiating, engaging in the party. And in the second series of our conversation with your announcement, we will announce our next new leaders. Those that I did not mention who are here with me, you know all our officials who are here. The other deputy party leaders, Beatrice Gabo, who's next to me here, Manje, who's here, Pauline, who's here, our deputy national organizing secretary, and somebody we lean on a lot on communication advisory and so on. You know our leaders, our whip in Parliament, the Honorable Arama, in the Senate, the Honorable, my good friend, Senator Lomenen from Turkana, who's here, and all these wonderful people that I thank the Lord and I am privileged to work with. Before I ask Honorable Kioni to say a word before we complete the press conference, I want to also say two things. One, we are determined and totally ready now to move forward in a strengthened, revitalized manner. We have begun the process of organizing for elections. And we know the challenges we've had before. That is why we are proposing and we are going to unveil soon our new director of elections, and the gentleman who's going to lead our National Elections Board or caucus, Senator Kembi Getura, who is an experienced person, solid in political matters, and a hand that can be trusted to shepherd us through that process. But in addition to that, Jubilee is going to, this quarter of the year, unveil our Jubilee Foundation, and we are going to start our series of quarterly public policy discussions, because we don't want politics in this country to be about slogans and calling each other names. We in Jubilee believe that we'll be hosting every quarter public policy discussions at which we will discuss our position and our views on what we see is going around in the country. Some people think as opposition we don't have an agenda. They will soon hear us loud and clear in addition to what we are saying. Yeah. The country will know what we stand for and what we will do, especially in the education sector. For example, where as Jubilee, when we were in government, our achievements are out there for the world to see. Free primary education, free day secondary education, a cleaned up national tests and measurement system. It will not be such chaos and national pain to place kids in grade 10. When we were in government, we would do this with a lot of ease. That's what Jubilee stands for. And we will articulate it even more when we start having our quarterly public policy forums. So we will unveil our Jubilee Foundation, and we'll begin the series of public policy discussions every quarter. Secondly, and if you know any young people who may be interested, Jubilee is going to unveil the party's internship and young leadership academy. We are going to lead the way. We don't speak about things, we do them. We are going to have a leadership academy. We're working on a prospectus which will complete and launch and make public soon. So if you know young people, vibrant, who are interested in, interning on leadership here with us, provided they are loyal to Jubilee ideals, we will have them. At the end of every year you will see in the academy, we will have a way of assessing those that will be with us, and 2 or 3 of those who will excel may even be sponsored to undertake further studies on matters public policy and leadership and so on. We don't want to prescribe to the country what needs to be done. We want to work with Kenya's young people. We don't want to tell them to come. We want them to be involved, to occupy leadership while they are within the party. And you have seen the decisions we have taken today, how many former student leaders we have brought on board, and the direction we are going in this matter. Finally, we are very grateful to all our members and, all our leaders at various levels. We have begun the process of opening up our new offices across the country, meeting with our delegates and leaders at the grassroots level, and we are welcoming those who are interested in running on the Jubilee ticket. We are an open house. We are happy about the interest that is being shown in our party. The reason why actually we are beginning to prepare for this nomination process early is because we can see the level of interest in our party every day. My brother, Honorable Kioni, will tell you how stressed he is and frustrated, and I believe, Mheshimiwa Olekenda, you are ready for it. With the people who are inquiring here, they want to run for MCA on Jubilee ticket, they want to run Parliament, and so on and so forth. Please, we ask all of you are welcome, tell them, as long as they are loyal to the Jubilee ideals. And we are serious enough that this year, in addition to the nomination process, we'll even issue a manual for our candidates and what we expect our candidates to do. The only point I want to emphasize is this, and my brothers who are here and sisters can agree with me because this is something that we have talked over and over again. We in Jubilee will have an open and transparent process of nomination. Only the popular candidates will be given tickets. We will not take money from anybody, and you will not be nominated as a candidate because you are my friend or you are Zach's friend or you are Murade's friend. That does not exist in this party. And tell anybody who seeks to contest anything not to be deceived by anybody, to give them money, thinking that because they are friends, they are going to help them. It's not going to work in Jubilee. It's going to be free, fair, transparent, and straightforward. When I was Minister for Education, I used to use this phrase, that we execute things with military precision, that we will execute the nomination processes also with that level of precision. Only the people who qualify to be nominated will be nominated. Our party leader spent a good amount of time this morning when he was addressing us, talking about that particular issue, talking about fairness, objectivity, participation, effectiveness, and ensuring that people are given a real opportunity to do what they need to do. And he said clearly, it's not about whose nephew it is, or whose brother, or whose girlfriend, or whose whatever. It's going to be free and fair. And Jubilee is stepping up to lead Kenya to the future that the country desires. We're ready for it. And we are raring to go. Before we wind up, I'd like to invite my brother, my friend, my compatriot, the man I admire for his steadfastness, the Honorable Jeremiah Kioni, to say a word. And maybe we'll take a question or two, especially if they have anything to do with this business. Mheshimiwa Kioni.
Sijui niseme nini. But I think less than a year ago, we were here and it was really difficult to even have NEC members here. We were operating literally without a NEC because of the issues that we have discussed with the members of the press. So it is, for me, it's a very joyful moment today that we have the entire team and we are now in a position where we can reorganize ourselves so that we can be a viable alternative to the government of the day. Why we were fighting in court is because, or why I was in court throughout, is because I always believed in Jubilee, I believed in what the track record, and I believed that it can attract people who can be able to offer alternatives to this country. We are now here today, ready for elections, even with a presidential candidate who is ranking way ahead of the others. Yes. So there cannot be a happier person, a more happier person than myself. And I want to say that kazi ndio mingi hapa mbele. I want to thank a few people. One, I want to thank our party leader, former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta, because that battle that he went through up to where we are would not have been possible without him studying with me. I want to thank nyinyi, watu ya media. You were with us here throughout. Other than just listening to what I was going to say, you were also a source of encouragement. And I really want to thank you, because there is no one single time you came and harassed me. Even when we would get late in the offices trying to think of what to do with the issues that were before us, you've been patient with me and with us. I really want to thank you. The late leader, Amoro Odinga. I have had people eulogize him. I've had people talk about their experiences with him. Sometimes I listen to them and wonder whether they understood the man they were talking about. I had first-hand experience with him at the height of all the confusion that we had. Raila Amolo Odinga, who is not a Jubilee member, came to the Jubilee offices and sat on my chair to encourage me to continue with the fight. And he also helped me to deal the goons that have been sent to us by those who are fighting us, and those who are still fighting us were members of Jubilee. So I really want to thank the late Raila Amolo Odinga, and I wish ODM well. I know what they are going through, and it is not a good thing for this country, for a party the size of ODM to be in the state that they are in, because we need them as we soldier on. And I want to say that Mheshimiwa Kenta, we were with him in Bunge. I have worked with him. He has the respect of many people. He actually had the respect of people across the floor. And I have no doubt in my mind that he will even be able to do better than we did. And he will be able to guide us through the difficult terrain that is ahead of us. Let me say that the request by the party leader that we move on to do the next exercise, that is also not an easy one. We will take it with pride. We will give it our whole. Na nimemsikia vile amesema, na sio kazi rahisi. Ni kazi mzito, lakini tutaifanya kwa sababu Mwenyezi Mungu atatusaidia. And I'm asking the support from my colleagues here to support me in that journey also, as you support every other person. When we were fighting this battle, it was not easy. Na wengine tulisaidiana hapa na pale. But as you take here on Kenta, I wish you well. I have no doubt in my mind that we will do even better. Don't discard those who fought the journey, because you quickly can discard everybody else and come with a new team. That will not help us go further, but make sure that you bring in people who can add value to where we are, because that's the phase that we were having. Our presidential candidate, I am ready to work with you.
Thank you.
To work with you every corner of this country and to sell your agenda. Mpila iko kwako.
Thank you so much.
Asante sana.
Salimiana na
Oh, karibu sana. Thank you so much. Good to see you. You want to say something?
Maybe I just want to say, I would like to first of all thank NEC, the Jubilee NEC. I'd like to thank the party leader, and of course, the Jubilee fraternity. I'm very happy to be part and parcel of this team. I've got very close friends like Honorable Murang'a. We started with them in 2002. We were in Jubilee, we were in Kanu. We went to TNA. We diverted a bit because of other things, but we have come back together. So I feel like I'm back home.
That's it.
I'm happy to hear Deputy Party Leader and our presidential candidate that the young people should be at the forefront of this party. This country has been good to us. Our generation has been treated well by this country. And I believe we owe it to our children. We need to give them the country that we inherited from our fathers, a country that is better than what we found. So I'm very happy to work with you people, and more so the young people. It's your country, it's your future. and your time is now. So thank you very much. And I'd like to tell all the communities that this party is not for any one particular community, it's not for the big communities, it's not for the small communities, it is for all Kenyans. And I'll ensure, as the Secretary General, that this party belongs to all Kenyans. Thank you very much.
May I just add one thing, because it's unfair not to appreciate I missed out. I want to appreciate the members of staff who were with us through that time. They are here, tunawajua, they remained loyal, and it was not an easy thing. Some people who don't want to hear about the fight we went through keep thinking that I'm overplaying it. But I want to say that I can see them. I don't want to go through their names. But this Bwana Kenta, they can write a book, what they went through. And they did well. They helped us. If you doubt it, try it with ODM now. You get to know.
Thank you so much, Honorable Kioni. Thank you so much, Honorable Kenta. I think that is it. To our staff in the party headquarters, we are growing our family. We are not shrinking our family. We are growing our family. And let's keep together as we go forward. I said we can take a question or two. We don't want to look like we are running away. I hope it's got to do with this business. Please.
In relation to this, because after this, we believe the Jubilee Party will be out defending delegation fee to the sector. And increasingly, there appears to be a narrative from the government that there is no formidable force under the opposition to issue any, to give sleepless nights to the current government, for William Ruto and his bid for the election next year. This, of course, associated also with what appears like not having the united opposition not gelling together well. In fact, you must have heard of words like hakuna mtu wa kucompete na Ruto. Now that Jubilee Party has formed this very, very powerful office, what would you say as a presidential candidate?
Oya ni mogaruruku maria mekikite thiini wa utongoria wa kiama kia Jubilee na nitugukorwo tugithie na mbere na gugithikiriria kana gukunengereria mohoro maithiranu iguru rigie aria makorwo magikiyukia iturwa itiganite. Secretary General Jeremiah Kiani uranyitiriire hau kabire agigicenjanio na Moitalel Ole Kenta na Kezak Kenothia agikiyukia giturwa kia munini wa Secretary General kana munini wa mwandiki munene. Reke tobe tuikerie ni gucokereria na mohoro mangi maige ndukavacie mitambo.
Orerorera Kameme TV.
Love carried them through time. And betrayal tearing their lives apart. Turning what's sweet to sour.
Nimekuja kudai haki yangu.
Lazizi Season 1, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. on Maisha Magic Plus, DSTV channel 163 and GoTV channel 3.
Mwakoyo we developer ne uwe project eyo urendia no mionere thoko nene platform ino
na kiria muthoni turerira andu nikio magutura monete if anything tikurekererio gukurekererio gugutwika better nginya kuriria kuhuana
na we urendia broti ona professionals amotungata all more the real estate turatiga ni twakuhingurira mirango iria yagereire
environment area resort ino yakitwo ni njega muno tukuninde guikara nyumba ni uguthi handu gazebo ine guikare thi
wakinya ni we mwendia wa guthakaria indo cia mucii onawe twina thoko yaku maya na mangĩ maingĩ reke tũcemanie mũthenya wa kiumia ciehanda thaa 2 cia ũtukũ o gũkũ Kameme TV mũthegi wa rũrĩrĩ. Ririkana ĩno ti tabarĩra ta iria ingĩ, nĩ rũgendo rwa gũthoma, kũhĩga na gũkinyanĩria kĩroto gĩaku, na o ta mũtugo o mũndũ nĩ mũrore.
Muthenya mwega umenyekanaga riũa rĩkiuma ngo-inĩ, na ũngĩkorwo na mũtirithania mwega noguo muthenya waku uthakaraga na ũkagĩrĩra. Na nĩkĩo gũkũ gwa Kameme TV tũrĩtirithanagia nawe kwagĩrithia muthenya waku.
Na niĩ mũmbi wa Chege.
Njĩtagwo Kĩmani wa Jubilee.
Na niĩ Njoroge wa Kĩmani.
Atunyitanĩre ithuothe niĩ Maina Kĩhumo.
O muthenya wa Jumaine nginya wa Gatano kwambĩrĩria thinashara cia kĩroko nginya thaa 4 cia rũcinĩ.
Oya ngoro kunyitoganire o ringi turathie na mbere na mohoro gitao kuma guku gwa Kameme TV. Aruti a wira a ruhonge kana ruhonge-inĩ rwa ũgima wa mwĩrĩ wa mũingĩ bũrũri-inĩ rĩu nĩ marutĩte mũkana wa kũigamĩrwo yao thĩ ihinda-inĩ rĩa thikũ 14 ciũkĩte kũgĩkinya mendekithia mao ma aruti wĩra wa ruhonge rũrũ matikũrorwo nĩ thirikari. Rungu rwa kĩama kĩao maabitha aya maroiga gũkoretwo na mũthutũkanio ũheani-inĩ wa mawĩra ma thirikari o ũndũ ũmwe na marĩhi moru kũrĩ arutwo arĩa marĩkĩtie gũthomera kothi ya ũgima wa mwĩrĩ wa mũingĩ. Matio Ndong'o nĩwe na riboti ĩno makĩria.
Nĩ gĩikaro kĩa maabitha ũgima wa mwĩrĩ wa mũingĩ bũrũri-inĩ yunivasĩtĩ-inĩ ya KU kũrĩa maracemanĩtie kwaranĩria na arutwo arĩa marathomera kothi ĩno. Hĩndĩ ya gĩikaro gĩkĩ arũgamĩrĩri a kĩama kĩa arigitani bũrũri-inĩ nĩ mararutire mũkana wa kũigamĩrwo thĩ thutha wa makaya mao kwaga gũthikĩrĩrio nĩ thirikari.
To our health facilities, 70% of our illnesses, the illnesses that are actually causing pressure on our health facilities are 100% communicable. Comrades, power. We are asking the government. The other day we saw in the budget, you put almost 700 billion to education. While we appreciate education is very important, we also must be able to say that you cannot go to a class and study when you are sick. Comrades, power. You gave Minister of Health only a paltry 138 billion Kenya shillings. We have had our interns, our public health interns not being paid. We have seen a government that is so discriminative. They pay medical officers, they pay clinical officers, they pay nurses, interns. When it comes to public health officers, interns, there's no money. So we are asking this and we are demanding that we want our public health officers, interns to be paid. Comrades, power. Power! That if they don't pay, say if they don't pay. If they don't pay. We are putting the government on notice. If they don't pay. If they don't pay. In the next 14 days. We are actually going to resume our industrial action.
Hamwe na maũndũ mangĩ arũgamĩrĩri a kĩama gĩkĩ makiuga gũkoretwo na mũthutũkanio wa ndĩkanine o ũndũ ũmwe na marĩhi ma igoti kũrĩ interns rũhonge-inĩ rũrũ. Marendekithia thirikari yandĩke interns rũhonge-inĩ rũrũ nĩ marĩhĩte maabitha angĩ ũgima wa mwĩrĩ makĩendekithia nyongera harĩ bajeti ya rũhonge rwa ũgima wa mwĩrĩ ĩrĩa mwaka-inĩ wa thirikari yarĩ ciringi birioni 138.
I want to make it clear is in terms of employment. We have majority of numbers from the Ministry of Health who have gone for greener pastures, others due to natural attrition, and they have also retired. So we have a huge number there. And one thing is that huge number can be replaced by our officers who are here. Yes. So we want to make sure that we have our inlet and outlet very safe, so that now we can have future for our own and having a public health that has future. At the same time, I want to say this. We cannot be giving prevention 18 billion, yet we are giving curative over 120 billion. Yes. That shows that we are a nation that is making us to fall sick rather than prevention. Yes. We want our interns to be paid. Yes. Thank you. Comrades, power.
Power. We shall not tire until public health students get their rights. Comrades, power. Power. We will tell the government that all the interns must be paid. We can't study 4 years, 2 years attachment. We are going for 2 times. Then when you go for interns, you don't get money. Comrades, power. Teachers are getting money. Why public health? Comrades, power. Interns must be paid.
O nĩ morĩtie thirikari gwĩkĩrĩra hinya makĩria harĩ gũthaitĩra mĩrimũ. Atongoria a arutwo gũkũ magĩtarĩria moritũ kĩhĩri marĩa makoretwo makĩgerea ũkĩringithania na arunao. Handũ-inĩ ha Kameme TV, njĩtagwo Mathiũ Ndung'u wa Mbũgua.
Thegio Matio na JM Karanja ũrĩa ũranjĩre mĩtambo-inĩ ya Kameme TV. Nayo thirikari nĩ thingatĩtwo gũkorwo ĩkĩrora werũ mũtaratara wa SHA. Kuna Kenya ingĩ no marakaya kumana na kũremwo nĩ kũrĩha ngarama ya ũrigitani. Aritana rĩrĩ rĩkĩtio thutha wa arwaru thibitarĩ-inĩ wa Kiambu level 5 gũkaya kumana na mĩtambo ya SHA gũkorwo ĩtekũruta wĩra, ũndũ ũrĩa ũracũngĩrĩria arwaru aingĩ gũcoka na mĩciĩ matamũkĩrĩte ũrigitani.
Hĩndĩ ya gũthũrima ũrĩa motungata ma ũgima wa mwĩrĩ maratwarithio na mbere thibitarĩ-inĩ wa Kiambu, ũracemania na wĩingĩ wa arwaru arĩa maumĩte matũũra-inĩ matiganĩte kaunti-inĩ ya Nairobi kũrũmĩrĩra mũgomo wa arigitani. Arwaru aingĩ makiuga maraumana na gũcoka mĩhuko yao nĩguo kũmahotithia kwamũkĩra motungata ma ũrigitani, na arĩa matarĩ na mbeca makiumana na gũcoka na mĩciĩ meterere mĩtambo ya SHA icokererie ĩrĩa matoĩ kana ona macoka nĩgakorwo ĩkĩruta wĩra.
Leo nimefika hapa 6 na up to now sijahudumiwa kwa sababu nimekuja nikaambiwa system ziko chini. SHA nina SHA, ukienda haifanyi. Nairobi watu wamekoma, sasa ndio naona tuko huko watu wengi. Hatungekuwa tunakuja Kiambu kama Nairobi ingeoperate. Hata ukienda hapa majority utakuta ni watu wa nje, sio wa Kiambu. Kwa hiyo ningeomba serikali ile iko na sana sana gavana wa Nairobi ajue vile atafanya madaktari waache kwenda hii mgomo. Atusaidiki Nairobi.
Ũndũ ũyũ ona wĩhĩrĩire makĩria kũrĩ atumia arĩa maraheo ciana amu aingĩ ao marĩ thibitarĩ-inĩ makĩria ma mĩeri 2 nĩ kũremwo nĩ kũrĩha mbiru. Wakiri Phyllis Wangui arĩ thibitarĩ-inĩ ĩno nĩaugĩte thirikari ĩbatiĩ gũcenjia mawatho mamwe marĩa magathĩkĩirwo atumia arĩa mohete nda amu aingĩ ao mahanyũkagia thibitarĩ-inĩ hi na hi na ũguo makaga kanya ga kwamba kwĩyandĩkithia.
Uheani wa urigitani thĩinĩ wa thibitarĩ citũ ciothe cia kuma gĩkĩro kĩa level 2 na 3 atĩ gũtirĩ mũrwaru thaa ici wagĩrĩirwo gũkorwo agĩũka akĩnyarirĩka akĩrĩhio mbeca na SHA. Tũrathiĩ ũguo tũkĩhimizaga wananchi aitũ thĩinĩ wa kaunti ya Kiambu ĩtĩkĩrai kũregister SHA tondũ moka mathibitarĩ-inĩ maitũ gũtirĩ kĩndũ mũrarĩhio, inyuothe tũrathiĩ tũkĩheanaga kĩrĩa motungata maitũ mothe through SHA. Gũtiaga rĩngĩ mũtambo rĩmwe ũkũgwa no tũkĩrequesta mũrwaru ũgĩtũkirĩrĩria kamũira mĩtambo ĩthondeketwo nĩ moko ma andũ. Na rĩmwe ĩngĩkĩgwa nĩ tũhoyaga mũrwaru ũgakorwo na wetereri nĩguo atĩ tũkĩhe ũtungata ũcio ũgĩrire gũkũ tondũ gavana ndawa ciekuo na arigitani othe mathibitarĩ-inĩ maitũ mekuo.
Kwĩna arĩa marĩhĩte makarĩha SHA no ndĩrahota kũmarũgamĩrĩra nĩ ũndũ wa challenges iria ciho. Ta nĩ tũthiĩte unit ya maternity atumia arĩa mahetwo ciana na kwĩna challenges nyingĩ mũno kũu. Atumia makaga gũteithio harĩ level 2 hospitals magoka nginya gũkũ Kiambu na makinya haha ona marĩhĩte SHA magakorwo na challenge ta kũregister mwana within 24 hours na aingĩ matirahota tondũ ũngĩkorwo mũtumia araheo mwana na gũthĩnjwo ndarehota gũthiĩ harĩa register mwana ũcio within 24 hours.
Toguo tu wakiri Wangui nĩorĩtie thirikari kũigua kĩrĩro kĩa atumia na gũcokia kandi ya Linda Mama nĩguo kũnina mĩtangĩko ĩrĩa ĩkoretwo makĩgerera. Handũ-inĩ ha Kameme TV kuma kaunti-inĩ ya Kiambu, ndĩtagwo Wambui.
Thengia mũno makĩria Wambui wa Icũgũ. Tũgĩthiĩ na mbere na ministry ya gĩthomo nĩ yamũkĩrĩte mabuku marĩa mabatiĩ gũthomwo nĩ arutwo wa senior school thutha wa gũkorwo macabithĩtio. Mabuku maya macabithĩtio thutha wa ndũgamano ĩrĩa yakoretwo ĩhandĩte gatagatĩ ka acabithia mabuku na thirikari ĩgiĩ kũrĩhwo kwa mathirĩ marĩa thirikari ĩrarĩ namo gũkorwo magĩthira. Tũthikĩrĩrie ndeto ĩno ĩgĩthiĩ na mbere.
Met, your dues are paid out, and we've done that, and we are going to ensure that that is done. And going forward,
We are going to work in a manner that we reduce the various pending bills in this sector so that we do not have any disruptions in our educational institutions or in the learning of our students. So thank you so much. God bless you and Happy New Year.
Maybe one or two questions.
Yes, I'm being told if there is one or two questions I can take and respond to quickly. Yes, sir.
My name is Wawungu Joseph, reporting for KBC TV. I think you talked about the need to take learners to school even if they have uniform for GSS. There's a government worried that lack of school fees might be a hindrance in achieving 100% transitions. There are still very many children at home who are not going to school and not be here because their parents cannot afford fees. How about that?
That's a good question. Now, we have categorized our schools from C1 to C4. The schools that are in C4, the parents do not pay any school fees. The government pays all the 22,244. What has been a hindrance, and this is the data that we are receiving mostly from the ground, is that the accessories, especially uniforms, has become a challenge to many of the parents to take their students to C4 schools. However, we're going to, even where there are challenges relating to financial support, we have other support systems, including CDF bursaries, including county government bursaries, including Elimu bursaries, including KCB. We are working with all these partners to identify those specific students where there are challenges of finance to support them to ensure that they are in school. And the numbers for those particular students is small. Where there has been a challenge is in the C4 schools where parents are saying we don't have money to buy uniforms, buy a box, etc. And that's why we are saying we are making our government commitment or government directive that all the principals accept the students with the uniforms they have, then thereafter internally we'll get a solution to those challenges. Yes.
My name is Brenda Wanga from Citizen TV. Just as a follow-up.
Aya, icio nĩ ciĩgiĩ senior school na mabuku gũkorwo magĩgĩcabithio. Na waikaria itũra rĩa Kahuho gĩcigo mbunge kĩa Ndaragwa kaunti-inĩ ya Nyandarua nĩ manyitanĩire gwakĩra nyũmba ũmwe wao. Julius Mathenge araikaraga irima rĩrĩa rĩrahumbĩrĩtwo na mahuti na nyeki arĩ ta mũciĩ gwake, ũndũ ũrĩa ũrahutirie ngoro cia aikari na kũhũthithania indo ciao nĩguo kũmwakĩra kũndũ angĩ ta mũciĩ.
Haha niho Julius Mathenge akoretwo agĩta mũciĩ rĩrĩa rĩ irima ahumbĩrĩte na nyeki na mahuti arĩ ta nyũmba yake, ũndũ ũrĩa ũracũngĩrĩirie aikari itũra rĩrĩ rĩa Kahuho Nyandarua kũnyitana na gwakĩra Mathenge nyũmba. Mathenge ũrĩa nĩ mũruti wĩra wa Cibarũa augĩte we na bamĩrĩ yake matingĩrahotire kũgomania mbeca cia gwaka nyũmba nĩ ũndũ wa ũhũthũ wao wa kĩmũhuko kũrĩa makenereirie ũtugi ũcio.
Nĩnjoketie ngatho mũno tondũ nĩ marutĩte handũ harĩa ndĩraikaraga ona nĩ handũ harĩ hana thoni mũno no ngarigwo ngwĩka atĩa, no nĩnjoketie ngatho mũno na ngauga Ngai amũrathime na athime Mwangi mũno ona arĩa twatinda nao na Ngai amũrathime tũrĩa mũrathimĩte.
Ithuĩ tũraregete kũnyitana no ona tũtirĩ na hinya, tũrageria gwetha niĩ ndĩ na ciana ndĩrathomithia ona ũmwe ndathiĩte cukuru auma atinda gũkũ ndirĩ atĩa na ndĩ na secondary rĩu ona ndingĩhota ona ingĩgeria na ndingĩhota.
Mamu wao ndarĩ na ũhoti ona nyũmba yake yagũire harĩa nĩho mamu wao wakĩte na nyũmba yake ĩkĩgwa tondũ ciarĩ nyũmba iria cia tene, arafu ĩkĩrĩo he tũnyamũ tũrĩa mbaũ ikĩgwa na mabati namo rĩ nĩ makinyaga expiring date tondũ marĩ ma tene. Nyũmba icio cia mabati mamumĩte thikũ ici wona mathiĩ makio mwaki rĩngĩ thĩiniĩ rĩ nĩ marambia gũtũrĩkanga, koguo nyũmba ya mamu wao yatũrĩkire na ĩkĩgwa. Wona yagwa rĩ rĩu akoragwo ahetwo kũndũ gwa gũikaria nĩ mũndũ, koguo ndarĩ na hinya. Brother yake nake nĩwe twĩ nake haha thutha na sisters me haha.
Thutha wa kũmwakĩra nyũmba ĩno aikari maragĩire na mweke wa kuonania wendo wao na njĩra ya kwenja Mathenge njuĩrĩ, kũmũtuga na nguo njerũ ĩrĩ ta njĩra ĩmwe ya kũmwaũra gĩconoko.
Gũkũ nĩ kũrĩ hitio na nĩngwĩciria nĩ irĩ kĩnyiria tondũ itinahota kũrĩa mwanake ũyũ, no rĩu nĩ egũikara handũ hega. Aratũraga oya akuaga ngũ kĩmũrigo kĩnene mũno kuma forest na kũrĩa na kũndũ kũngĩ ũguo athiaga akauna agakua kĩmũrigo kĩ ona we ũtangĩhota kwĩigĩrĩra na nginya nguo cia gũcenjia cio cirarĩ thĩna tondũ arakoragwo nguo icio nocio mwaka ũyũ ĩgathira agathondeka rimwe nginya na ndigi na waya na nyũmba yake nĩ kũgwa yagwa akĩremwo nĩ gwaka rĩngĩ. No tũrakĩra tũrona niĩ ndĩ ta Mwangi wa mbica ndĩrona reke ndĩmũcenjerie mũtũrĩre.
O ihinda-inĩ rĩu rĩtana rĩgĩikio kũrĩ kanitha o hamwe na atongoria Nyandarua gũkorwo makĩrũmbũiya arĩa hinyĩrĩrĩku matũũra-inĩ.
Ithuĩ nĩ tũrutĩte wĩra twatinda gũkũ kuma rũcinĩ, nĩ tũrugĩte irio nyingĩ mũno ona tũtinanina no tũtigĩtie, na indo icio ciothe nĩ kwĩrutĩra tukaheo nĩ andũ na nĩgetha tuhote kũruga mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ. Nyũmba ĩno ĩ haha nĩ twakĩte na no tũtigĩtie, na hau tũtigĩtie nĩ tũĩ no tũgũthiĩ na mbere na no tũkũrĩkĩrĩria. Nĩ tũrakena mũno nĩ ũndũ wa mwanake ũyũ gũkorwo nĩ agĩa handũ ha gũikara, handũ arĩingĩraga, handũ hatarĩ na guoya, tondũ harĩa araikaraga ona ndiĩ kana nĩ mũhonete nĩ handũ hatararĩ hega, ona wĩ gwaku kaigua nginya guoya.
Ngĩribotera Kameme TV, rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Nduta wa Buthia.
Na gatagatĩ ka mweri wa Mũgwanja na Dithemba mwaka mũhĩtũku, rũhonge rwa kũũngania magoti KRA rwonganirie ciringi tiririoni 1.38 kũrĩa KRA yatanyĩte kũũngania ciringi tiririoni 1.4 akĩheana riboti ĩgiĩ mĩtaratara ya kũhũthia ũngania wa magoti bũrũri-inĩ. Mũikarĩri wa bodi ya KRA Derito Mũrĩithi oigĩte ũmwe wa marĩa magacĩrithĩtie ũngania wa magoti nĩ ũhũthĩri wa tekinoronjĩ kwa mũhiano e-TIMS.
The whole process is phased. So the first phase has been that upgrading of our legacy systems. We are advancing to the next phase where we are looking to, in some cases, to overhaul and totally modernize, but most importantly, to incorporate the new emerging tech, whether it's AI, machine learning.
KRA, our work, our part of our responsibility is to continuously improve the tech that we are using. You know, it may not immediately be visible to everyone, but for example, in the customs space, the tech is under revamping even as we speak. And we'll continue to do that across all our business lines. So that's what it is about, continuous improvement, and we must continue to do it. A number of quick wins that we can point to you, like our use of chatbots. You know, so we have an AI today that you can ask questions. No state can exist without taxes. That's a fundamental truth of how nations work. Also, my assertion that borrowing is deferred tax. Because you see, once you borrow, you know you have to repay the loan. What is the cash flow that you use to repay the loan? So the way it works, we borrow money, let's say build a road, you know, a highway. The citizens and the businesses, they use that highway for production, to move goods back and forth. And it is that production that creates taxes, and then we use those taxes to repay the loan.
Na kurumirira namba ya mitino ya barabara kuongerereka barabara-inĩ nene ya Nairobi gũthiĩ Naikuru hanyitĩte mĩngũrani matongoretio nĩ rũhonge rwa borithi cia barabara NTSA na KENHA nĩmeyumĩrĩtie nĩguo kũheana mathomo ma mwanya kũrĩa ahũthĩri a barabara makĩria atwarithia a bodaboda. Kambĩini ĩno yũkĩte rĩrĩ makĩria ma andũ 19 marĩkĩtie gũkua kumana na mitino ya barabara itũra-inĩ rĩa Kikuyu mweri mũhĩtũku. Njaũ ya Kĩnuthia na riboti ĩno makĩria.
Itemi-inĩ rĩa kũnyihia mitino ya barabara-inĩ nene ya Nairobi gũthiĩ Naikuru, rĩu anyiti itemi matiganĩte nĩ mambĩkĩte kambĩini matũra-inĩ marĩa mariganĩtie na barabara ĩyo ya gũthomithia ahũthĩri a barabara mawatho na ũrĩa mangĩthema na mitino ĩno.
Na hapa tuko na maofisa kutoka idara mbalimbali wakiongozwa na traffic, NTSA na kada na Kenya Red Cross. Leo tumekuwa na shughuli ya hamasisho juu ya usalama katika barabara zetu wakati watu wetu wanasafiri. Na la muhimu ni kwamba kwa huu muda wa miezi miwili, mwezi moja na nusu, tumepoteza zaidi ya watu 19 kwenye hii sehemu ndogo kati ya Kinoo na kule Muguga.
This decision has been informed by the rising cases of road traffic accidents and mostly fatal. You'll find that within a span of 2 months, from December and now, we have lost very many people, ranging over 20. And if you look at it closely, it is mainly caused by human error. simply because we have pedestrians who are crossing at undesignated positions. Because if you look at this highway, there are those points that are supposed to be for street lights, but our pedestrians have turned those to be the points of crossing.
Kuringana na anyiti itemi aya aria ni hamwe na ruhonge rwa borithi, NTSA na KENHA makinyiriria ati athii a maguru na atwarithia a bodaboda nio makoretwo magite mioyo yao kurumirira mitino mingi ya barabara.
It's good that somebody goes through a driving school, gets a driving license, but also as NTSA together with the NPS, we have random and many enforcements that we have undertaken during this period, and we continue to. During this period, and we will continue to ensure that we are able to pick out the rogue drivers of our roads. But the message for today is mainly for pedestrians and the border borders. Pedestrians to use only the designated crossing points, and the border to wear their reflective jackets so that they are visible on the roads, and to wear their helmets and use the underpasses.
Ni githomo gitugiritio na njira nene ni atwarithia bodaboda makiuga ni magite na umenyo wa kuigana wigie mawatho ma barabara.
Thirikari ĩrĩ-enforce ũhoro wa safety ya wana bodaboda moke tondu andu a bodaboda kuri ignorance, kuri andu maignoraga metwo matiĩtĩkagĩra gũthiĩ. Rĩu no tũhoe thirikari igerie gukinyira andu acio nginya kuria marima-inĩ moke matuthomithie kuhuthira barabara.
Ni turaigua twina thina muingi muno ni undu wa makastoma maria tukoragwo tukietereire kana turakua magiuka ringi oka gukira bara mwena uyu ungi agaguthwo ni ngari na agakua ringi tukona ni aguthwo. Haya andu angi aitu anduthio nao magikira bara ni mathiaga magakira bara, ukona mundu ucio ni athiria guthwo kana akora mundu ungi ni araguthirwo ira ungi aguthirwo tuku.
Ona kuhana oro uguo ni marendekithia waki wa barabara iyo kurikirira narua niguo guthondekerwo njira cia gukiraniria na uguo kuhota gwithema mitino mingi. Ngiguithiraniria maria marahanika kaunti-ini ya Kiambu, ritwa riakwa ni Njau ya Kinuthia.
Muno makiria Njau ya Kinuthia no kiethie jeshi yothe ya nduthi hari ya Gitaru njira maina tukuonaga thengi muno makiria jeshi ya nduthi ndamugeithia muno mwe hau Gitaru na jeshi ya nduthi hari ya Zambezi ina kuria mugeka kiaru. Na thirikari ya kaunti ya Murang'a ni thiete na mbere na kugacirithia motungata mayo kuri muingi kuhitukira mitambo ya ukinyaniria wa kiriu honge-ini itiganite. Mitambo ino irahuthia motungata kuri andu aingi na oho gutuma kigina kiria kiunganagio kuongerereka hamwe na mangi maingi ta uria mwandiki witũ wa Mbui wa Mwangi aratuithiraniria.
Matuko maya maundu marathie macenjetie na mikire ya maundu maingi gakorwo ni kuhitugira njira ya mitambo ya kiriu, na kaunti ya Murang'a nditigitwo na thutha hari kugacirithia motungata matiganite.
System ino ya kumonitor ngari ni tuteithagia gitumi wa mbere ni ukorwo na discipline. Ndungiruta wira uria utasainitwo andu ngiuma jaya maundu maria wikaga as a driver wa kaunti ya Murang'a.
Tunaweza angalia magari ngapi zimepark Murang'a town, tume collect pesa ngapi leo kwa siku ushuru. Tunaweza angalia hospitali kama level 5 tume collect how much. Pia kutumia mitambo tunaweza angalia number of patients admissions in Murang'a, madawa Murang'a kama zikienda chini system inatuambia tunaweza ku restock.
Marehi mathibitari-ini, parking cia ngari, ndonyo itiganite kaunti-ini ya Murang'a ogwata uheani wa license ni mamwe makoretwo mari muhari-ini wa mbere kuhuthira mitambo ya kiriu. Thibitari-ini munene wa level 5 mitambo eno igakorwo na mawega na mauru mayo kuona ni inyihagia muhatikano. Idiriria mitambo eno yagwa gugakorwo na muhatikano munene wa arwaru, undu uria gavana Irungu Kang'ata ugite ni ukurorwo na njira njega.
Kwina maundu maingi muno mahuthagira maratathi na riu ni twatwikire twameheririe na riu mbeca icio icokaga igeka undu ungi ringi renovation, kugura dawa na indo iria ingi ciothe ingikorwo ikibatarania thiini wa thibitari.
Aruti wira ruhonge-ini rwa ukui makirahira uria mutambo uyu umahuthiirie wira.
Twina automation niguo mbeca ciongererekeire kiambiriria mbere wa automation thibitari ino yonganagia 70,000 in a day, no umuthi tungiringithania mbeca iria ironganio na M-Pesa na iria ira claim na SHA is almost 1 million Kenya shillings in a day.
Nĩ mĩtambo ĩgacĩrithitie motungata na njĩra nene mũgarũ na ũrĩa wĩra ũrarutagwo hau kabere. Wakĩigua kamũgwa ngunyĩra nĩguo ngururĩrie na ngũthererie tondũ gaka nĩ kanya kohoro kuma metumi ndigi magũrũ. Rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Sarah Wambui wa Mwangi.
Oya, riboti ya Wambui wa Mwangi nĩ egũkorwo agĩtũtirĩra mohoro maitũ gĩtaũ mĩaraho ya aramithi ya ũmũthĩ. Niĩ na gĩtĩo kwa hinya wa nyene tũcemanie mũthenya wa kiumia tũkĩte. Yani thiĩ ngagĩthũmũre thikũ igĩrĩ. Wĩrorere kanoge na wĩroreri mũkaru mwene nyaga agũikarie. Ngai ũcio wĩna hinya mũno agũikarie na akũmenyerere imatha-inĩ rĩaku waimagara wone na wone wega na akũhithe na nĩgetha ndũkakinyĩrwo nĩ thũ ciaku. Njĩtagwo Maina Kĩhua Mũcera wa mbarĩ ya Mũtaĩ Merĩ Maathani Mwangi nake Maina nĩ awa Moroko ũrĩa